Hey there, welcome to Toof Reads. Today, we're diving into the wild world of roommate horror stories. We all know that living with someone can be an adventure, but what happens when that adventure takes a dark turn? From messy habits to downright bizarre behavior, we've collected some jaw-dropping tales from individuals who've endured the ultimate roommate nightmare. So, buckle up and prepare yourself for a roller coaster ride of chaos, drama, and maybe even a few laughs along the way. Black mold in my roommate's bedroom, and it's affecting everyone.
We live in a house and my roommate lives downstairs, while I live upstairs. He wears fleece jackets when he goes to bed and uses a normal blanket and a fleece blanket. The heating is on. I don't understand his behavior at all, as the house is not cold. Needless to say, his sleep attire causes him to sweat a lot. In the past, he used to buy mattresses frequently because they turn moldy quickly. He lays his mattress on the floor. He refuses to buy a bed frame. I offered him to buy a bed frame, but he doesn't want to be indebted to me and feels insulted. I didn't expect this to become an issue, but I found out that he does not ventilate his bedroom at all. It was never a problem because I ventilate my bedroom and the upstairs, and the downstairs living room and kitchen. At this point, I believe he just hates clean air. We end up having fights on why I open the windows. I can no longer face him because the stinky and humid air travels upstairs when he opens his door, and he leaves his bedroom door open in the morning. That's his way of ventilating. I told him it's dangerous for his, my, and everyone's health, but he doesn't listen. He says it's none of my business. Now, I entered his room to get something and I saw black mold on his ceiling, windows, door frame, just everywhere, and I am currently freaking out. I feel so disgusted and so angry. I do not know what to do. I assume this is affecting everyone's health in this household. I am stuck to this household until my graduation, so I don't have the financial capacity to leave now, but I will leave as soon as possible. I don't want to clean his bedroom because I know he will sweatbox in his bedroom again.
Housemate has no idea how to live with other people.
Me, 25 female, and housemate, 24 female, I'll call her Rachel, became friends in 2020 and hung out a few times. Not much at all. Rachel asked if I wanted to move in with her last year at the end of the year. I thought, why not? I've been needing to move interstate and that was a good opportunity. Upon arrival she was at work, so I went looking for keys. She had it out for me, anyways. She comes home from work and says, "Oh, my boyfriend will be coming over." He rocks up literally a second after she tells me. I wasn't aware she was in a relationship, so I was a little taken aback. I had asked if I needed to know anything about the living situation beforehand, ages before I moved my whole life down here, and I guess she forgot to tell me about her boyfriend. Anyway, she tells me he's only over one day of the week. Wrong. He is there every day, even when she's not there. Now look, I wouldn't mind, but also I feel kind of disrespected. Like she just decided, now won't tell her till she's here. I don't know. Shady. The lounge is small, so I can never watch TV if they're out there, which is always. Kitchen is small and they use it all the time as well. She never lets me know when her friends are over and constantly has her parents come over when she's not there. I'll be chilling on the lounge for not even 30 minutes and I'm asked to leave and let them use the TV, even though every single night from the hours of 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. they're out there. I cannot have anything out in common spaces even though it belongs there. It has to be all her stuff. She constantly moves my stuff. They have locked me out of the house even though they can see me out there. It has happened around 4 times now. She'll hear me in my room moving about and will wait at her door to stare at me. Or to follow me out of my room. Told to wash my dishes the second I sit down to eat my food when it's one thing to wash. They have it packed on the counter of their dishes for 3 or more days, but I'm not allowed to have one thing out even for an hour while I eat. We'll tie up the trash bag with enough room to have more in it and leave it in the trash can. If you're tying it up, what's the point of leaving it in the trash can inside? Ignored me for a whole week because I asked a simple question, but yet she's allowed to question me on everything I do. Slams, and I mean slams the doors. Especially the front door. It literally sounds like the hinges are going to break and my room is right next to the front door. It triggers me so much. The anxiety I've felt is bad. So loud outside my door. Could be 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. throwing balls in corridor. Turns bright light outside my window at night constantly. There's so much more I just needed to rant. Like, is this normal? She is very selfish and lacks empathy. And common sense. Oh, also hardly no space for my food anywhere. They stock it up and never eat it.
My roommate keeps bringing strange men over.
My roommate keeps bringing strange men over. She's single and in her late 20s, so I usually trust her decisions, but it's starting to get kind of annoying. This is also why I never drink with her or go out with her. She always tells random guys our address and I have to babysit her until she sleeps, and then kick them out so nothing happens to her. I'm 22. Also, I don't consider her a bad roommate necessarily, but this quality is bad and annoying. The past few weeks she's brought over multiple different guys and it's always awkward, or I hear them doing stuff which doesn't bother me that much as long as it's in her room. Sometimes it's on the couch and I have to Lysol everything in the morning. But this one takes the cake. I woke up at around 6 a.m. today because of my cat, and I kept hearing a male voice close by. I didn't know she brought anyone over because I went to sleep early last night. But at first, I thought someone might have been casing our apartment as we live in an area with some gangs that steal stuff, break into people's apartments, etc. So, I checked, and no one was outside, and then I realized it was in her room. Went back to sleep, woke up at 10 a.m. I went to go get some tests done on my laptop and sat in the common area to eat. I hear more talking and it's whatever. But bro comes out to leave and says good morning. At this time, it's like 12 p.m. I say hi, whatever. Then he starts saying, "Ugh, it's $30 for an Uber home," and starts going to her room, asking her for a ride. Apparently, he gave her Xanax and she didn't want to drive him home. Now he comes out and sits on the couch next to me and asked if he could hit my vape. I said no. He said he didn't have anything, herpes, nothing, and I still said I'm not comfortable. She tells him to come back to her room because I'm trying to do work, and he stays in there for a bit. Then he comes out and asks if I want a shot, and I said no, I have work. He asks if I drink anything, and I said water. Nothing fun? Really? Want a martini, holding my cocktail shaker and my triple sec, then goes to the bathroom and mumbles, if I Lysol wipe, then. Can I hit your vape? I said no again, and he goes. Wow, it's that serious? Then asks me where I work and I lied, then goes back to her room. It's 1:30 p.m. at this point and I can't focus on my stuff, but every time she brings a guy over it's worse and worse. Also, I'd go to my room, but my ex/boyfriend is sleeping in there and taking up the entire bed and I don't have anywhere else to sit. We're still friends, so I'm not forcing him to move out immediately, and I also feel safer with him here. Edit. My ex has paid rent ever since we moved in here together, so not sure why anyone is assuming he's freeloading and that's why she acts like this. Also, that dude finally left, but not before asking for my vape again and then asking me if I wanted to go to the pool and hang out with him all day.
Roommate told me someone smashed our window with a rock. Yeah, sure bud.
So, I'm at my bartending job, and get a weird text from my roommate, who has been posting on his story of him and his buddy drinking at my house, which is cool, whatever. It reads, "We were awoken." I say, what? They say a window got broken and that he thinks it was some kids and sends me a snap of a rock by the window. I say okay, I'll check it out when I get home. Got home, window is smashed. So, I start to investigate. My roommate is very childish. Goes outside, finds this rock. I am very suspicious that my roommate broke the window. I'm an overanalyzer and I am very hard to fool. Spent some time looking at the window and test what the rock does to the screen when impacted. The screen has a clear mark where the rock hit, but didn't when I got to the window. First clue comes about. Start looking into the window more. I try to fit it back up, but it's bent and bent toward the outside. Second clue. Look directly to the street adjacent and my beater car, a big Suburban, is parked on the street. Would have blocked this rock. Factor in the fact that I don't know a lot of people that could have hit that window from the street. And the fact that someone would have to be pretty ballsy to just walk up in my yard and smash a window. I present him the facts in a large text, tell him that I not only do not believe him, but that he better have a different story when I wake up. He folds immediately. He fell through it drunk while doing it with his friend. I tell him that he needs to call the landlord and handle it. Other things have mysteriously broken while he is home alone, and now, I wonder if he broke those too. Honestly, if it weren't for that weird text, I probably wouldn't have even looked at the window and he would have gotten away with it.
And that wraps up today's episode of Roommate Horror Stories. I hope you enjoyed these wild stories and maybe even found some comfort in knowing you're not alone in your own roommate struggles. If you have a crazy roommate story of your own, we want to hear it. Share your experiences in the comments below, and who knows, your story might just be featured in a future video. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more entertaining content like this. And as always, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, stay safe and may your roommates be ever in your favor.